Oh, you look at it, it's so cute. It's just a little bit turtle.
Hello, fellow Minecrafters, and welcome back to another video with Sweetie Dunstan. I would like to start things off with a special thank you to Islandzek for suggesting Filmora as an editing software. It seems to be working pretty good so far, and I can tell the difference between this video and the past videos, but go down in the comments section to let me know what you think. Can you tell the difference? I think it's better. Anyways, give me a break. I'm just a beginning YouTuber, guys. Before we get started on anything, I just wanted to let you guys know, just take a little note here. It's going to take a while to get this thing up and going. This is not a first day build. You're going to have to collect at least 2 stacks of eggs before you can have this thing at full efficiency. And for the size that I have here, 4 turtles would be sufficient. I don't know why the 5th one is in there. That may be where I was messing around earlier. But anyway, yeah, it's going to take 2 stacks of eggs to get this thing going efficiently, and that way you can have a sufficient amount of eggs already on the sand, plus have your turtles up here ready to breed, and have turtles down below that are ready to grow up and die and give you their goodies. That way you can get seagrass, as you can see here, and oh, one night of AFK, and that's what I get. Holy moly!
Well, I reckon after all that right there, we can go out here and start doing some building after we have us some biscuits and mustard there.
Just one very important note here. As you're going back and forth on the minecart, make sure that your entire inventory has at least one item in it that is not seagrass, except for one slot, and that's going to be the slot that you're using in your hotbar. Because what will happen is, hang on, there we go. If you're going back and forth feeding and breeding the turtles, and all of a sudden you run out in that slot, what's going to happen is when you go back this way, pick up some more seagrass, it's going to go into the area that you don't have selected first. So that's going to take time out of your AFKing. Once that gets filled back up to 64, of course it'll start filling back up on the spot that you have selected, but why even waste the time? So just make sure you have it all filled up, and make sure it looks something like that. Okie dokie, so to build this guy, you're going to start off with an 8 by 19 platform, and you're going to go to one of the long ends over here, and just take out a line right on the edge like so. And this is going to make room for our hopper line. And then we're going to build the wall. 4 blocks tall. 4 blocks tall, solid blocks. Make absolutely sure that these are solid blocks, because otherwise your turtles will not suffocate. Yeah, they don't like, they can't suffocate in transparent blocks. But we're going to go all the way around the outside edge here. And over on this side. 4 blocks tall all the way around, and I'll be back. Now that the outside walls are done, we can come in 1 block away from the outside wall on the small side and place in a 2 block tall section of solid blocks, skip a block here and go another, and just repeat that over and over until you reach the end. Next we're going to place in sand on top of each one of the walls we just did to bake up our hatchery area. And after we get this done, we can start on our walkway. Now to the opposite side of where the hoppers are, go on out here and place in 4 blocks out all the way across on the long end. Now we can take some glass and go around 2 blocks tall all the way around the outside edge. But I would strongly recommend that you put a roof on this thing, especially if you're building at sea level or above. Apparently the Phantoms don't really spawn below 64, but that could change at any moment because this is a snapshot after all. So just make sure you put a roof on it or build this thing underground, whichever way you want to do it, but definitely want to have some kind of protection from the Phantoms because, like I said, this is an AFK farm. You will be up overnight and you could potentially die. And now all the walls are done. Now we're going to place in a fence right along this edge here, just like so. Next we're going to go in line with each one of these and place a redstone block or power these rails however you feel comfortable. Me personally, if you're anything like me, you'll get plenty of redstone dust, and this should not be a problem. But here we go, right down through there with the powered rails. And if you'll notice, if you place a cart next to glass, it will not automatically start bouncing back and forth. Make sure you put a solid block at the end of the rails. Oh, almost flew off the edge there. There we go. And as you can see, solid blocks fix that. Now we can come down to the end of the hopper line and place a temporary block here with a dropper facing upward, like so. Get rid of that temporary block, and now we're going to start the redstone for our item elevator. Not too difficult of a build, to be honest with you. Place blocks here and here, and a comparator here, a repeater here, redstone dust there, not there, there. Place another block on top of the comparator and one here, and you should be pretty well set up. I don't know why I put that one there. Now if we go here and place in some items, you'll see that they'll start popping out. A lot of people should be familiar with this now. It's a pretty old build, but it is what it is. Now just place glass going up, just like you see here. And it is working. Items are popping up to the top there. And we're going to go one more block up here, and then make a little rail around the outside with a channel for our water. And now that the item elevator is done, we're going to come up to here and place in our item sorter to take out the Scute. Temporary block there with a hopper in the back of it, temporary block there with a hopper in the back of it. Delete those 2 blocks, and then place in these wool just like you see here. It doesn't have to be wool. You can use whatever you want. But I'm using wool because it helps me keep things organized. Repeater there in the middle of that. Comparator here. Redstone dust there and there. Again, this is a build that should be pretty familiar to most people by now. I mean, it's pretty popular. We're going to place a redstone torch there. And take this block out. Take that glass out. Bring that glass back this way. And we're going to just grab a couple of chests here and place them just like so. Now we're going to have some Scute before we can do anything with this, but just make sure that you place 18 items in that first slot, just like so. And then anything else that goes in, as you can see, goes through the system, turns it to 18. Now that's going to be in there, and the next one is going to go into the chest. So I put 2 in there, and there you go. Works perfect. Now all we have to do to finish this thing up is bring our little water stream back to this point. That way we can get our seagrass from it. Because what's going to happen, all the items are going to come up through here, go down through here, hit this wall, and the seagrass is actually going to ride just along the edge of the hopper here and stop on this block here. And when we come this way, we're going to pick it up. but the Scute is going to go straight into the hopper, each and every time. Alright, let's go ahead and grab us a bucket of water here, and start up our water stream. Now, again, I was just putting a roof on this stuff because of phantoms. So to do that for there, that's all you got to do for the top of that. But one more little thing that I almost forgot is to hook this up. Just run it straight into the back of that dropper, just like that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is this job done. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have time for today. I got to get to my paid job, you know. But thank you for joining me, and the world download should be in the description if I can remember to put it there. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. We'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like below, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell below to make sure you're getting notified of newly released videos. Follow me on Twitter for more information. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.